Being a Gryffindor student sounds like a childhood's dream for many people familiar with the magical Harry Potter universe. Believe it or not, this is not the only reason to choose this house in the Hogwarts Legacy game, and I'm taking you through 5 of them, so let's go. Okay, first of all, for an impressive amount of people, to be a Gryffindor is like a wish they once made for their 11th birthday, and now it's finally coming true. It is rather not reasonable, it is about emotional fulfillment. It is like joy that you're absolutely aware of. It's like visiting Disneyland when you're an adult, so you absolutely know what you're looking for. It's about enjoying the breathtaking view from the dormitory's window in the second highest tower of the castle. It's about chatting with almost headless Nick. It is about being eligible to fight with the sword of Godric Gryffindor. It is the house that always finds itself in the thick of things. It's so natural for a Gryffindor to fight for the whole wizard kind. It just feels about right. I think you see my point. Let's put emotions aside and proceed to more rational reasons. Gryffindor in the Hogwarts Legacy has a very promising companion, Natsai Onai. Miss Onai seems to make a decent competition to Mr. Sallow of Slytherin for the Coolest Companion award. Her line might be captivating too, and her background is no doubt one of a kind. Natsai comes from another magical school, Wagadu in Africa, and she is capable of some magic very rare to Great Britain, to be specific, wandless magic. It means that a wizard or witch can perform spells with their bare hands, just by pointing a finger towards an object and sometimes even silently. Natsai's mother, Mudiva Onai, is divination professor at Hogwarts. From what we know about Natsai herself, she's brave and she stands up against every injustice like any true Gryffindor should. Considering all these facts, I guess taking up Natsai as a companion may be very useful for the sake of combat and unraveling magical secrets. And yeah, speaking about true Gryffindors like Natsai, another great reason to choose the house are the Gryffindor values and traits. The first and most significant feature is Gryffindor's bravery, which in many cases borders even on recklessness. But what's more important, a true Gryffindor would always put his efforts towards noble ends, protect others from danger or injustice. Because other core values of Gryffindor are well known as daring, nerve and chivalry. Sounds like the most proper traits to oppose evil and protect the whole wizard kind. Frankly, a Gryffindor would hardly blindly obey to any authority and rather would question every command they are given. This type of behavior actually often puts them in trouble too. On the other hand, they are honest with themselves, their conscience is always clear and their life is full of adventures. Before we had confirmation about the more precise time when the plot of Hogwarts Legacy unfolds, to tell you the truth, I hoped that we'd have a chance to meet young Dumbledore. When we got to know that we'd start in 1890 and meeting him is not an option, I was a little disappointed. Because yeah, Dumbledore would be another really awfully serious reason to choose Gryffindor. Then again, in the game it is our character that has to be the main focus of the plot, and the Gryffindor house has lots of other students that it is proud of, so I don't mind becoming one of them. Next strong reason to go for Gryffindor is the possibility to finally wander and explore the common room and all the things that we've been spectating so many times in movies and picturing in the books. I mean, I absolutely need to check every single detail, all of them. I appreciate how accurate the designers intend to put together everything in the common room according to the exact pictures, so familiar to everybody who watched any of the Harry Potter movies. I absolutely love the way the Fat Lady's portrait opens the door. I love the way a light falls upon staircase and gives the impression you're actually climbing up one of the highest towers in the Hogwarts castle. And I want to check if the rest of the small things are available here too. And you know what? I want to be a part of the unique Gryffindor house atmosphere, because I think this must be the most fun house, with loud parties, celebrations, and even pranks of some students, like say Weasleys. Next cool thing about Gryffindor in Hogwarts Legacy, the house is decently represented among the professors. And this is the thing which could give students of the house a certain advantage, since professors sometimes even unconsciously would act to benefit their house's kids. First of all, there's Professor Matilda Weasley. A lot is great about this lady. She is a Weasley to begin with, and the name itself is quite enough to be almost positively sure that the woman is a treasure and would definitely do her best for all the students at school, especially from the Gryffindor house. But what's even cooler, she's the deputy headmistress. She is in charge of many things, including school rules and discipline, and she should be a good counterbalance to the severe and disrespectful headmaster Black. Then we have Eleazar Fig, Professor Magical Theory. The subject itself might be optional, and I would say it frankly sounds like some stuff for scientists or the most eager to learn students. Anyway, Professor Fig's got his own story behind, with the tragedy of his wife passed away and burden of guilt because he hadn't been there for the rescue. But this tragedy is actually one of the reasons why the professor participates in our adventures in searching for the sources of ancient magic, and I'm sure he'll give us great guidance. We know Gryffindor might be the most decorated Hogwarts house, and Hufflepuff's the most underrated. To know why it is really worth to choose Hufflepuff House in Hogwarts Legacy, follow the links on your screens. And thank you for your attention. See you at Hogwarts. Knox.